Good evening, everyone. I am Hunsi Say, one of your readers tonight. I'm the daughter of Huganzo. I'm the first person to go via these rounds tonight, and I will be accompanied by.
I'm Manze Marionette. I am Hunti Say's goddaughter.
So tonight, this was a topic that was near and dear to my heart because I'm serious, Bonzi Marionette. What do you do when you are caught between August Alsina and Will Smith? What do you do when you're caught between Lenny Kravitz and Jason Momoa? So we asked the question, you know, should these women stay and deal with these two men in their lives and what they come with, or should they just go and just have this fresh start? Um, so I'm going to start reading the situation with Lisa Bonet, Lenny Kravitz, and Jason Momoa because, she has two fine ass baby daddies. And I just want to ask the question, should she stay or should she go? But first, I got to be a little bit nosy and see, what's going on with Lenny Kravitz. What's he doing out here in these streets? Now, you guys know that there was a time, there was rumored that, allegedly he had this affair with Madonna, right? And here's the problem with that. Because during a game, Dennis Rodman had no problem playing with Magic Johnson because he said, I slept with Madonna. I could have anything. So we got to check and see what he's doing out here in these streets. And does he have anything? Um, we have to see. Sometimes when people have stuff like that going on, you might just want to be friends. Um, they caught something. So is he out here in these streets like that? So he doesn't have any diseases. Um, and he's also kind of not going around talking to a bunch of these women. So he's really dedicated and focused on being there in the different like rites of passages that his daughter is going through, Zoe Kravitz. So he's very focused on that and being near to her and working in this blended family situation with Lisa Bonet. So I have placements over the Loa Boron Samedi and the key. And so it's important, family and the ancestors, it's important to them that this blended family works, why they are vested in what happens to Zoe Kravitz with her career. And they want Lenny, to always show up for his daughter, to always show up for his family. So that's important to him. The Loa Simbi also comes through. And again, this is very important to him as well. Family is important to our spiritual courts. And, the way that we rear our children, it is an investment into what returns to us when we get older. And so Lenny, the investment that he has made into the splendid family and into Zoe is going to return to him in his older years. They say oftentimes that, how you treat your ancestors is how you treat, how your children will treat you, but also how you treat your children when they're young and when they need you is how they treat you later on in life. Did you invest in their education? That determines the quality of care that they will be able to give to you. Did you invest in them mentally, emotionally, and spiritually? That also determines the quality of care that you get, in your older years. So that is important. um, so no, it's not that it was necessarily a thing, but these men are always hanging around. When she divorced Jason Momoa, he moved in some Winnebago in the backyard, allegedly. So if Lenny Kravitz is coming through the front door, just to check on things, then of course Jason Momoa has to come through the back door, allegedly making it look like, hey, I'm still here, even though he's not. So, Martinette, what do you think? Because like I
Well,
said,
for me,
this is something that is very important, is that if the relationship does not work out, the children still matter, and showing up for your children still matters. What do you think?
well, I'm selfish and I just want Lenny for myself. Honestly, that's always been. I mean, Jason's nice and all, but my heart is with Lenny. But I know that, Lisa, she has some fine men. She has some fine men. I can't knock on that. Sister Cat knew what she was doing. But I don't know what she got to get there, but Sister Cat knew what to do. Um, but for me, I want to know, like, so there were rumors that Jason and Lisa wanted to reconcile. Right, we can all get along. It's open. We're here. We are here for you.
Yeah. The jury is
okay with all of this.
yeah, like the jury is out on that because, from my perspective, I understand that you always want to have a present for your children, but both of these men are fine. I mean, you can't let them have at least the first top 4 buttons closed on their shirts. Like these men walking around, y'all living on the beach, it's gonna be some tension there, whether you acknowledge it or not. She got 2 very good looking men, and she has to figure this out. This is I can't call it, but let's keep asking questions, because I want to look at, were the reconciliation rumors true for her and Jason Momoa? Because I don't know, like, is he just around for the kids, or does she have that comeback? Like,
she probably got the Erica Badu going on.
Okay, that's that comeback. Where they're like, hey girl, hey.
She got the honey pot, and I am not mad at it.
She might have one. Let's see what we got. You never know. And that'll be important. You never know.
Okay.
So let's see.
On my end, I've got, so for the reconciliation with Jason and Lisa, I am getting that it's no for me. They want to give each other time to see if their heart can heal, and because Jason's heart is somewhere else. Jason, he has bigger things that are coming towards him, and Lisa wants more of foundation. She wants something that's like more stable. Maybe, I don't know if age is playing a factor into everything or not, but she's not wanting to rip and run and have to fly here and fly there. I have that Lisa is definitely wanting something a bit more stationary. And them trying to work that part out is not, it's forming a bigger obstacle than what they anticipated. I got a 5 with my rose quartz. So I'm going to say that they probably were married about 5 years or had been together for about 5 years. But it's all of that is just saying the time is done with what they had. They still love each other. They definitely still love each other, but I'm not seeing where they are really going to put much effort into a reconciliation. So, Jason, you're available. Hi, you see me. How are you? Hey, Jason. You didn't hear nothing about Lenny earlier. It was you the whole time. But they definitely shared together. Like, they shared a lot of love together. They shared a lot of their biggest accomplishments together. But I don't see where they have any bad animosity or anything like that. But Spirit is definitely saying that some things were revealed to them as far as where their lives were headed, and it's heading in two very different directions. And Lisa's not wanting the fast-paced life anymore. She's definitely wanting something a lot more stationary. I'm seeing like probably with a vineyard somewhere, probably in England, just chilling, versus Jason is, he's hot right now.
Okay.
I mean, he's probably always been hot, but he's hot right now.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been hot. So, I have to, cater to the audience, because they want to know if Lisa Bonet has that witch coochie. So we gotta check. We gotta check. So let me answer. She had that witch coochie. And she had that come back. She had that witch coochie. It's actually saying that she doesn't. And it's not because she couldn't. It's because if she had that good witch coochie like that, or if she was putting that good witch coochie out there like that, she would have had a lot more problems than what she has. Lisa is a Scorpio. Very, in Scorpions have this like natural like attractiveness about them, naturally like a sexual type of energy. And so Lisa was protected from a lot of those things. And of course, her career, her not being out there like that would have protected her. If she wanted to do the witch coochie thing, she definitely could have done it. But I think she was blessed and fortunate because for a long time she allegedly worked with a predator, which was Bill Cosby. And so Spirit has moved her some different ways because of things she did not know about the people that she went to work with every day. So she's been protected from that. That could have been a catastrophe for her. This is what I'm seeing on the board. If she would have done that, and she would have had way more children than she does now. She probably would have started out having children much earlier, had she used her coochie like she could have. Okay, so I think it's she's definitely not using the witch coochie. I'll just say that. Not like she could have. Because they're showing like she probably would have had, started having children a lot earlier if that's what she had done. And also she would have been she would have a lot more problems with some of the predators that she was around. And so what you see is that if you look back over her career, she's ended working with those predators long after their shows were still popular or hot. So it's like she didn't know, but her ancestors and the spirits she walked with have moved her away from a lot of those things that she would have been caught up in had she had all of those different sexual encounters. And so because of that, what I'm seeing, I got placements over Legba, they were taking opening up roads and opportunities for her, that had she used her witch coochie like she could have, those opportunities would have been closed for her. So as soon as she saw openings and opportunities, it moved her away from predators. And that's how her ancestors have been able to protect her. like I said, there were like three different men that were predators that were around her at the time, but she was just so blessed to have something open up so that she could move. That that is what has been a saving grace for Lisa. So she didn't really develop that witch coochie. I'll just say she could have had it. You know, it would have been top notch. But she didn't develop that witch coochie. What she did was she developed being strategic in an industry that could have had her run into some predators that would have changed the course of her life with the things that they're capable of doing in terms of surveillance, in terms of security, in terms of the threats that even Mrs. Gowan has gone through. Lisa has been able to avoid that because whenever a window of opportunity opened up, she moved. So let me ask you, Marinette, about staying or no. Before we do that, I want to check on the girl that Jason is rumored to be with.
Oh
This was
yes, yes, yes.
Things fell apart. He and
Mm-hmm.
Dallas. So I want to know, is who's he talking to? And if
Mm-hmm.
he's talking to them, why is he still in the backyard, hanging around, just trying to make sure that Lisa can't get her swirl on?
Let's see what's up. Let's see. Let's see. Maybe Jason the one with the wizard penis or something. I don't know. Let's see what's up with the wizard stick. So let's see what's going on with Jason and Miss Isa, or who is Jason talking to right now? All right. So I'm getting that Jason is definitely talking to Isa. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, ma'am. But it's not anything that he's looking at to be serious. He's doing a lot of soul searching. He's trying to get in tune with his heart and see what he's wanting now after Lisa. But he's not really doing anything as far as wanting to just be with someone. But I do see that Isa does want to be with him, or whomever he is talking to definitely wants to be with him. But Jason is pulling back a lot. Like I don't know if he's wanting to just not do anything. I don't know if Lisa may be a little crazy and he's trying to, I guess I need to ask that, is Lisa a little crazy behind the scenes? Because he's not putting his all into anything, but I'm also not seeing where he's just like 100% focused on his career. Like his career is big, but I'm not seeing where that's the true nature of why him and Lisa split. I'm not getting anything where there was like a love triangle. So I wonder if it's Lisa. I wonder if Lisa got a little cuckoo cachoo going on in the background.
I've
Because I
seen
don't know.
her in some interviews. She had to handle those side chicks in a certain way. I was proud of her because that sister girl came all the way out. When this girl, somebody had sent Jason some rubber bands, but it just, Lisa is just. When I saw that, I was kind of proud of her. I ain't gonna lie.
Didn't think she had it in her.
Black side came all the way out. So before we keep going, I do want to say that, make sure you get the likes up for this video. I always ask you guys to like it because you love it. And also send your love donations to Homesy Say at $Alproc2 and Monze Marinette at It's Keisha1. And also we have a mentorship program as well. So my programs are the Drill Masters Javo, the House of Cards. I have the Voodoo Priest program, and we do have private memberships on Discord. So make sure if you're looking for a mentor, if you're looking for a pathway to initiation, make sure that you do sign up for those programs. Also, we have so much more. Like I said, we have the Orisha Hoodoo Institute, which I'm a part of, and there's the Orisha Hoodoo Coven. So there are other pathways to initiate or cross initiate if you're interested in Ifa tradition and having someone reputable like Priestess Oshunfu K help you. And then, of course, there's my godfather and his program as well. So definitely make sure you check us out. We have to jump back into this because the questions out in the audience are just so interesting. And you know, to me, I don't think that these are perfect men, but I do think that she has some men that show up for their children, that she's caught up in between. And of course, they ain't bad to look at either. Like I said, I would make sure I took off at least the top 4 buttons for each of them. So I'm going to ask, should Lisa stay and deal with Lenny and Jason? Because she looks like she's in a season of her life where she just wants to, have some stability, have some peace and quiet, and enjoy the fruits of her labor? Or should she try to start over again? And take this new man out, into the sunset with her. So should she stay or should she go? Continue to deal with these 2 years. So what I do see is that, this is kind of, this will fuck her money up right now. So trying to get into a new relationship and having it not succeed, will do even more damage to her. Like, she doesn't need to start something new. She needs to just find a way to have peace in the situation that she's in, and it's important because it's going to mess her money up. Her and Jason, they went from allegedly from struggling to him having all of this success now. And so, Jason remembers a time where they struggled, and he doesn't want to do that anymore. He wants to continue to go after these opportunities, right? So here's the thing. She is going to fuck her money up if she decides that I'm just not going to deal with either of these men, and I'm just going to get with some new guy, because she's going to have the same track record and the same results that she's had with these 2. So she needs to find this happy medium where she's able to work with these 2 men. And she's definitely going to have to work with her ancestors. It's showing like she needs to start working with her ancestors, giving offering to her ancestors, because she does need the guidance. Like I said, she's not going to do any better with a new man than she's done with these 2. And I'm not saying that it's all that bad either, because these are 2 very attractive men. So they want her to, definitely, she needs something physical. She might be able to go and get someone new. But in terms of, her permanent commitments in her life, she needs to keep those in order to remain financially stable. So she's definitely going to need to work with her ancestors. She's going to need to make offerings to them. She's going to need to let her recent divorced spouse seek out these opportunities that he needs to seek out, and he's going to need the support there, because she grounds him in a way that Hollywood does not. So with her and her wanting solitude and the stable life that she'll get into, it kind of grounds him in a way that he needs, and it makes it so that he's more successful. Also, it shows like it's a form of protection. Um, that she's able to ground and stabilize these very famous men and the types of lives that they live. So it's very, it's a form of protection, and it's just necessary for them to have it. So, she's going to have to seek the wisdom from her ancestors. I do have placements over Dambala, and this is going to help her get this bird's eye view of what the situation is so that she can manage it. Because, like I said, now she's become a stabilizing force in a way that these men are grounded because she's quite grounded in terms of knowing when to stay and when to go. She's made a career out of knowing when opportunities were around and when to move, and it's actually protected her from some of the predators that she's around. So she's just great at that, and they'll be needing her for that in the future. And of course, um, it's just been a blessing um, for them to have someone as grounded and as down to earth as she is. So Net, I guess she's staying. It's rough.
She's where she needs to be.
We should all have that problem. Rough, you got two finance baby daddies, and you got to just stick with them.
But it's not like she's in a bad spot though.
I know it's rough out here. Life ain't fair. But if she continues to seek the wisdom from her ancestors, she can manage. And as a group, as a unit, they can be successful. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Net, because now we're going to talk about something else that's near and dear, and that's husbands. Y'all don't understand. Okay? Because a lot of women, they're like, no, he got to be wanting me. But it's something about a husband that just hits you just very different, especially when you got a good one. So, Net, we're going to have you look at Jada Pinkett Smith and her two husbands. I don't give a listen. Yeah. I know people are like, Will is straight. August is straight. But I think she's got two husbands. So I'm going to turn this over to you.
Yeah. So pretty much with Mr. Will and Jada in August. So, it's all this drama going around about August now, where he has his brother that he's posted and went live with or on the TV show. I'm not sure, didn't watch it, but I heard about it, where he had came out and said that this is his brother, or this is a person who's been showing him how to love and all of this stuff. And the young man's name, he goes by Zoo, I believe, ZU or Lazu, LA Zoo, something like that. But it's all over the place. The story's all over the place. He's all over the place. Will has so many different emotions because when all of this stuff, was coming out, like Will had all of this anger. But if you agreed to allow this to happen with your wife and him, what are you mad about? To me, I don't understand. If you were consenting with whatever entanglements that ensued, then what are you so angry about? Is there a background between you and August? Are you fluid, Mr. Smith? Hey, if you want, do you? Live your life, sir. But there's no reason for you to have all of this animosity and anger towards this man. To me, if you knew what was going on, you were in the same house when it's happening. So if you wasn't angry in the moment, but you angry now, I don't get it. So I want to do a little snooping and see if
Yeah,
there was
like what
something.
is it like to have your two husbands fight over you? I don't
I
know.
don't know. It's probably catty. I don't know. I'm pretty sure there was some claws out. Somebody got scratched. So
Did they break a nail? I don't know. See, listen,
let's
they are two
see.
fine ass husbands. Yes, you
Look,
gotta let me know what's going on.
let's find out and see what is this situation like. Okay, Will Will wanted it all to be with him. Like he wanted to be the center of what's going on. I think there was a lot more play happening in the background than we were let on to. Will wanted to be the one in the center. I'm not sure if the center as in pegging and other endeavors in life, but definitely Will wanted to be like the cream in between the Oreos. That's Will wanted all of it to himself. So I'm pretty sure they were sharing and tossing and flossing all together. Definitely can see that being a thing. Will, this is a lot about Will. Will was the one heartbroken. When the whole entanglement and everything went over, Will feels like he was the one who got screwed over. Like, oh, she cheated on me. Oh, this is just too much for me. I really see Will more of in a hissy fit versus versus actually just mad at the situation. I definitely see Will, like stomping his foot and just full-fledged tantrum. Mr. Will is upset right now. Will also feels like this situation going public confirmed a lot of things that he was attached to in the background, literally and figuratively. And it messed with in his eyes, it really messed with like his money, which I can see that because Will has just been spiraling ever since everything came out, and he's definitely just disconnected himself from a lot of things. Um, my ring for commitments is definitely it's on the frown. So Mr. Will is just not he's not happy with anything that he said yes to. He didn't mean to say yes to it because now y'all done fronted me out. Y'all done went out here and said it was about y'all, and it was me. I was the one who said yes. We gonna do this, and this was my show, and y'all took it. Now I'm upset.
Okay, wait, well, hold, wait a minute. So he is he the one that wanted to swing first, and she was just swinging better?
Look, Will August was bought to Will from what I can see. Now, this is for entertainment purposes. Don't know if this is, hey, definitely I was not there. But August was bought to Will first, like as a gift. Like, hey, this is for you kind of thing. You know how you asked for a threesome and you get August. I think that's kind of what went down. Um, because this was all about Will at first. This was Will's show.
Listen,
This is Will's show.
shit. I don't know what to say. Listen,
I know, right? Enchanted vibe, the cream and the Oreos. We love it. That's the best part. And that was with not the sunglasses.
listen. When you like you Will is a superstar. He's like, look, I'm your husband. It's all about me. Just so much ego. So I guess my thing is, so if he introduces it, he doesn't expect someone else to enjoy it as much as him. And is he one of those men that's like, I'm every man's type? Because you have some of them that have just so much ego, that they think that every other man is looking at them. So I do want to know, you know, more about their situation because, August comes in with this other boyfriend. So it's like, what? Do the two of them replace Will? Like, what's going on? Yeah, I don't know. But when you got two fine husbands fighting over you, I mean, just what do you do? I listen. I don't know if I can leave.
Sit back
I
and
might not make
watch.
it past the
Sit
cross.
and observe. Watch them scratch each other.
Let's see. So mine is I guess I want to see, like, what these fights are like, and how it affects her. So are these fights bothering Jada? But she don't care. So these fights, they do bother her. She does care. That her two husbands aren't getting along. She does have a this is something that as like, because I'm showing placements over Dontor and Dontor coming out, and so this does bother her because she has this sort of maternalness about her that is amplified when she's able to take care of someone like August Alsina. So she, it messes with her because if she feels like she has to choose between the maternal role that she has in her family, in her blended family, and the maternal role that she has in the family that she selected. So August is important to her, and it heightens how she feels about herself maternally, or because she feels like she mothers him. She feels like the how she protects him, and so she's not getting all of the protection out of the situation because August comes in from in a more of like um not a position of being like her man. He's more like her kid or one of her kids. This is the way the reading shows it to me. And it shows like he does bring out a sort of playfulness or the the ways that children make you like happy or play or joyfulness. So he does bring out a certain amount of joy about this. And she would just like to be able to give August money based on this reading. It's just showing like, she would like it if her and Will would financially, allegedly, they financially help August Alsina. So again, if you like how this reading is going, if you like how we're reading, come to the mentorship program. If you want more about ancestors and how to work with your ancestors, book your ancestral life path reading with me. On blackspectrumnetwork.com. Look up Hunsi Say. Also, my goddaughter, Mozzie Marinette, does her ancestral life path readings as well. But let's go jump back into the reading. So again, like I said, she wants to offer August a lot of money to help him during this time. And so because of this back and forth, she's not able to do that. And she feels so blessed and so fortunate to have access to all that she has, that she's like, well, why is someone who means something to me struggling when I can help them? And again, it's because of what is going on with her and Will. And so, she feels like, she should have been able to, solve this whole problem with the two of them, and the fact that, these sorts of conflicts have been a problem, but she just hasn't been able to do that. And the reason she hasn't been able to do that is because of the entanglement. Had she steered clear from that, she probably would have been able to do a little more for August. And based on her means, it's not like she doesn't have it. but because of that entanglement, you know, there are some problems in terms of that. And also it talks about the sons, how the sons, her two sons, she started having issues with them as well when this affair started. So there was a time where her two sons weren't necessarily speaking to her while she was carrying out this sort of affairs, and so she wants to continue to be a mother to her bonus child and her son, but also she feels this sort of maternalness towards August Alsina. So, girl, listen, she loves the fact that he can sing. She is attracted to his voice and his talent. Now, I think you might like that too. However, she didn't necessarily
I like a good
like the entanglement song. Now, for me, that was the jam. When he came out with that song, I was like, wait a minute, this might be kind of hot.
That was my song, though. I was bumping it.
You were bumping that entanglement song? I know, like a lot of people were. It's kind of hot, but she liked that. She like, what's this song? I don't want nobody but you kissing on my tattoo. Mm-hmm. Like, she likes all that. But when he talked about that,
I think that was for Zoo, though, the boyfriend. I think that was for Mr. Zoo.
Rick Ross came in. I was like, "This is hot right here. This is fire."
And I loved it, and I still listen to it today.
That entanglement. I don't know. He weaved that in there. Like my board is like, there's so many placements over that song. So she wasn't feeling it, but the crowd, his audience,
the crowd goes wild.
Yeah. So I'm going to turn this over to you, so you can look into. Should she stay or should she go? I don't know what the hell she's supposed to do.
Well, first I want to see
those clothes straight off the runway from your husband.
You can't.
You go in the closet. You be like, I have shit for this. Ain't no way.
She right. But I want to see. I got to see what this backstory is with Mr. Lazu Zula. I gotta know. I don't really care if it's a boyfriend.
Just to leave two men like that.
Look, I'm gonna put the shady shades on because we finna get shady. I just want to know what is going on with Zoo. Who is Zoo? See, how does Zoo feel about August? Is it a brother thing or is it something else thing? Are they thanging with the thing? All right. So there is some love there. There is some love, but it's like it's like a grand prize kind of love. Like I definitely do think that August really does love Zoo, and Zoo really does love August. I don't see where the love is not reciprocated. August feels as though Zoo definitely helps him. Zoo makes him want to be a better man. Zoo makes him want to, like, it makes August show up like as a stronger person. Definitely in the relationship, August is the man. He's the man. Zoo is the woman. It's like Zoo is that good backbone woman that's helping August get himself together. I can see where he's showing him much love. I mean, he's Zoo is like the fuel to August's fire that he didn't know he really needed. But I definitely see it being a relationship wise type situation. I don't see it being a sibling type, like, yeah, that's my brother. Now that's your brother. That's the other kind of brother that's going on in here tonight. Zoo is helping him get over this whole Will and Jada situation. He's helping him find closure within that. I can definitely see that. And sometimes good sex helps you to find closure in other areas of your life. So hey, Mr. Zoo, Miss Zoo, baby, you keep on doing you. You are helping August, and I'm here for friend. Friend is happy. Friend is really happy right now with Zoo.
Really?
Friend is happy. He is. Now it's not anything that I see is gonna be long term because August is wishy washy. But August feels as though right now, like where he needs to be is with Zoo in whatever shape they're making with life.
I can't believe that he said
I
can't. Brother. Like that's a stretch right there. That is a stretch.
Because August you haven't seen him. He's wearing the makeup, the lipstick, all of this stuff. August has always given us the sign. We just needed the signature to fully be delivered.
Yeah, like when it first came out, I thought that he did talk to Will Smith. Like I don't know about that. Like he tried that Jedi mind trick playing stuff because I'm like, boy, everybody knows this.
I think Will might have been a bit too old school for what August was really wanting. So then they decided to form an Oreo, and then the Oreo melted out, and now a mess that is entangled in some sheets. And now he had to run, and Zoo was just, providing a nice warm body. It's cold outside. So I can see it being a temporary thing for the wintertime. We'll check back in the spring and see what Mr. August is ready to get entangled in as well. Because he did this whole thing where he said he was dying, and he does have a medical condition where he thought that he was finna die sooner than I guess he anticipated. So then that's when he was really trying to go on a whole sabbatical about how he's just going to create wholesome content and wholesome music. But I haven't heard nothing I heard wholesome. I haven't heard wholesome music from August. But he was doing this whole thing where he's just like talking about he's changing his life and everything. All right, sir. And now you probably got a good new lease on life and just entangled again.
And based on
a melted mess.
Like he
a
needs
melted
to,
mess.
He needs to run this newfound love and this new the fact that he came out, like he came out and then he ran back in the damn closet.
He ran.
He
said, "Oh no, that's my brother." Wait a minute, no.
I don't give a damn.
I messed up.
Rick Ross came in. This thing was hot. All right, so we're gonna close it. We got to do the last question, and then we'll look and see what the audience has. Martinette, look for what the audience has. I'm gonna throw on should Lord have mercy. Should Jada stay or should she go? You have to look and see. Dang. Jada stay or how the hell can you leave two fine ass husbands? No, like this is my bones are just really clear. I have the calories showing the same thing that I was thinking about earlier was that these men opened doors for her. Jada struggled in the beginning to even have access to these audiences that Will was able to get her access to. Jobs that she was able to get access to, movie roles, some of the things that for someone like Jada, she was stereotyped. And she would always say, well, Will is more universal, but he's been able to open doors for her. She also talked about how, when she listens to him, she actually wins. But it also looks like dealing with August Alsina, keeps her finger on the pulse of the community that she comes from, Black community that she comes from, and a community that she that's important to her. So she definitely gets to keep the doors open there as well. So it just looks like like deal with these two um husbands because they make her career better. They give her more options and more access. And this is like really important for her long term in her long term career. So, it might be difficult going back and forth between two finance husbands like that. But Jada, I think that this can work for you. This can make it so that even in your music, like her music is really coming up. When she did her music, she didn't have as many opportunities. So it's just looking like, you know, August could help in terms of the music opportunities that he's opening up. And when he came out with the entanglement, she should have thought about getting her a little record herself. Okay. Because it's not like she doesn't have those musical abilities. But she definitely hasn't utilized her connection with August, the music that he's put out. She and the music her daughter is putting out, like she hasn't explored all this open to her on that end as well. But they're also talking about her music and how that's important. Jada feels like she wants somebody to come in and save her, or she wants to come in and save other people.
She wants Tupac to come back. That's what she wants.
I don't know.
Because that's like the only one that would keep her relevant.
That we can think about in terms of Jada Pinkett has been with another man, allegedly. Okay. So it's not like this is something that is new for her. I think what's new for her is all the opportunities that she's getting, everything that's opened up. Allegedly, Tupac, not necessarily her man like that. I don't think that he was her man like Will Smith is her man, like August is her man. But I do think that she's had some really deeply intimate relationships with men, really close relationships, and they bring out like different facets of herself that she likes to explore. So, Tupac was important for that. He was an important friendship for her. And of course, this brings her back to her roots. And August, has that same kind of like energy where he's able to bring her back to her roots. Also, she gets this opportunity to do this mothering. And that's something that's important to Jada. She likes to have someone to mother, and she's going through this phase where not necessarily she's not able to because her children are grown. And of course, her sons have had some problems with the choices that she made. And so the problem was, she doesn't want to lose her relationship with them. So she's just this kind of, she's showing up as someone who doesn't like to lose relationships. She likes to find a way to keep those particular relationships. But this one is going to be a hard one for her. I see, the fighting has just been disastrous for her, and it's definitely put a strain on her marriage. It's, this is not, this is not something that is actually good for her marriage. However, for her career, all of this drama is good for her career, but it's not good for her marriage. Having these two men here, if they were not having these this back and forth, then it will be a lot better. And August needs some Jada money, but Jada needs access to some of his contacts or connects, maybe music projects with him or something like that. But she needs that. And so that's what we should look towards in the future. And again, she needs to start talking with her ancestors. She has some great ancestors. Of course, Will has more ancestors, but she needs to start talking to them. Again, like I saw in Lisa Bonnet's situation, she needs to get some guidance here. so that she knows how to navigate the situation, because again, she can have roads open in the movie or the entertainment area in terms of movies, films, TV, and music. Um, and she's just not able to maximize on those opportunities. So, Marinette, what do you see out there?
So there was a question earlier about Lisa from Priestess Oshun Funke. Did Bill try Lisa? Let's see what we got here.
My grandmother used to always look at Bill Cosby and said, "Those bug eyes, you know that's a nasty man." I can hear her now. Bill Cosby, you know he's nasty.
Right. So there was a lot of drama. There was definitely a lot of drama surrounding Bill. There still is. I'm not seeing where he tried her, but I see where he wanted to. I see where his heart was in a very toxic place, but he also knew that doing that during that time frame would definitely fuck a lot of shit up for him. So I definitely can see where he wanted to, but he didn't act on it. There may have also been someone in the background telling Bill, "Hey man, that ain't what you want to do. That's not it." Because I am getting the screw over some messages that he heard. So I'm assuming that someone in the background may have been telling Mr. Bill, like, no, pass, leave it alone. But I don't see that. Well, take that back. I see where he definitely wanted to. His heart was in that realm of wanting to do that, but he didn't get to her. She was protected. I'm getting my protection stone over the target, which was Lisa. So she's definitely protected. But he didn't get her, but he wanted to.
Yeah, and that's the one thing when you think about um the fact that Lisa knows when it's time to move. For some reason, she's just been so connected that she understands when an opportunity opens up that it's time to go. And like I said, that moving around has been her source of protection. So Bill Cosby, maybe he, like you said, he had that sort of predatory gaze on her, but she was just like, I'm on to something different. Because when she made the movie, after she left A Different World and she made the movie, a lot of people are like, why did she do that scene? But again, that was just something that was just an opportunity to move, to do something different. She took it. It didn't like pan out to be just such a great film for her or great job, but what we didn't see what was happening in the background in terms of the predators that she was around, and the fact that this was actually protective for her. So so it was great to see that. So so we're going to close this out. And again, if you guys have stayed with us this long, like it, because like I said, because you love it, make sure that you give your love donations to myself and my goddaughter, Alproc, $ Alproc2 for whom she say, and $ is Keisha1. So make sure you do that. Also, you can book Ancestral Life Path readings with me. All right. And private tutoring sessions. I will tutor you in several different divination systems. So make sure you go to blackspectrumnetwork.com. If you want the ancestral life path reading, it's important so that you have guidance as to what your ancestors want versus the trial and error. And again, I appreciate you so much, Marinette. There's definitely more for her to come as she embarks on different ventures. Of course, you can reach her at the Voodoo Institute um, for on the spot readings. So sometimes you don't want to book and wait for your readings. So if you want your on the spot readings, your readings within an hour, make sure you book with Monze Marinette. Also, she does spell work and, of course, some of the deep shadow work that you need. So make sure that you reach out to her at the Voodoo Institute. And again, there will be more to come from Marinette. So I will close this out. I appreciate everyone who came to this live. Thank you all for your love donations. Thank you for liking this video because you loved it. And thank you again to Black Spectrum Network. I'd be remiss if I didn't thank them for giving me this platform. And of course, I thank Huganzo Priestess Oshunfu K at the Orisha Hoodoo Institute, which I'm also working from. Thank you as well. And thank you to Queen Peach Blossom and the ladies at Peach Land. I love you guys all. And I will see you guys in the next live. Good night.
Good night.